Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Daily Drivers Inc. Racing League Exhibition Race 3. This is our final exhibition race before we kick off the regular season at Daytona. So, this is a big one here at Michigan, and this is also our biggest field here today. My name is Zach Panzarella. I am one of the admins and leaders of this league, and I am joined here by the other half of this league, Dalton Geyer. How you doing today, Dalton?
Doing great. Happy to be here. Happy to be here for DDIRL Exhibition Race 3, or as it should be subtitled, DDIRL versus the world.
Yeah, Dalton, have you ever heard the phrase happy accident?
I have.
Yeah, my parents say it to me all the time for some reason. But this race today, I think, is a great example of what you would call a happy accident. Uh, we, the two first exhibition races have been private. They've been invite only, and that was the only way you've been able to take part in this. Today is a different story. We'll leave it up to the jury whether or not that was intentional. But regardless of anything, we have a 41 truck field here today, Dalton.
Yeah, looks like some guys kind of popping in and out of here, maybe just kind of getting the lay of the land during practice. We'll see how many of them make it to the grid, but either way, I think we're going to be in for the largest field by far that we've had for these things.
Yeah, far and away, over double, regardless of how many people end up racing, we're already at far over double what these first two exhibitions have been. And I will say, it's not a bunch of randos. I'm not getting any rando alerts too bad right now, Dalton. If this was a private event, we would be pushing 24, 25, maybe even 26. So we got to give a huge shout out to everyone who showed up here today. And we're actually going to go ahead and go straight into qualifying here. And it's going to be an interesting one here today, Dalton, because there's a lot of cars here. And a lot of guys unfamiliar with one another, and it's wide open. And practice, I don't really think taught us a ton with how many different guys we saw coming up and down that leaderboard.
Yeah, it was kind of all over the place. Track conditions, I'd also heard, were are kind of changing by the minute. Really, I think I heard a swing of a few Fahrenheit within just a few minutes. From the air temp to the track temp. But it's a hot, slick track out there. At least it's gonna be at the start. We'll see if that continues, if it gets hotter and slicker, or if it grips up a little bit.
Yeah, that's going to be really, really interesting. So I have my eyes on a few guys regarding practice speeds. First one is obviously Patrick Cowgill, and it's not even practice. It's just how good we know this guy is here. He is so good at Michigan. He's notorious for being able to be really strong in the long run here. I'm going to have my eyes on him. We also have this newcomer here, Zach Hillman, currently on top of the board here at qualifying. I'll pull that up for you guys. There he is with the fastest qualifying lap. Zach Hillman taking two of our fastest drivers' names, combining them, and maybe onto something there, Dalton.
Yeah, that's gonna be that's gonna get confusing.
Extremely.
Let's see. I'm trying to think how we want to distinguish.
I don't even know how we can, because he's one of us,
Yeah.
regardless.
I mean, I guess we can just full name those guys.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna have to.
Yeah, we'll get used to it.
But he is putting down fast laps. Hillman definitely gonna be a competitor and someone who I believe maybe joined this league full time. So that's gonna be a very, very welcome addition. And I believe this has to be his teammate here, Dylan Beckman. Same paint scheme, a paint scheme that alludes to something that's very popular here in California.
Yeah, absolutely, Zach. We'll see how those guys kind of move through the field through the night. Yeah.
People love trees in California.
Yeah, those redwoods, the bigger the better.
Yeah,
honestly.
Exactly. Especially the California sativa redwood is one of my favorite trees that you can find out there. And okay, now we're talking about paint schemes, though. I mean, I'm gonna already go ahead and give it out. Paint scheme of the day, and I think it's just because you know this about me, Dalton. I'm a sucker for black and gold, and while he Tokyo drifts it, Steve Lewis repping a gorgeous paint scheme today in that Nike 88.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a very pretty car. He's got looks like he has the chrome going there. You can see it just shimmering off the sides.
So hard to get the
That's a
chrome.
really nice looking car.
Oh, that's a little carbon fiber pattern he's got there as well. Look at that. That's a good looking car. And yeah, again, that gold chrome is like nearly impossible. Ask me how I know that. But he's going to be someone to be looking for, and everyone looking to put down laps today. So this is a relatively warm Michigan we have here today, Dalton. It was a loosey-goosey experience in practice for most of the drivers, especially passing around, I want to say 12, 13 laps. This track got violently loose. And also, a lot of these guys likely racing for the first time since that huge iRacing update went live just a couple days ago. And man, these trucks drive a hell of a lot different.
Yeah, that's about, let's see, trying to think how many gigabytes throughout the whole field. Probably at least a good over 100. Well, for the guys that forgot that you can click select required instead of like just downloading everything that needs an update.
Yeah, I need to break that habit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but then I guess you're set for the rest of the season. But yeah, either way.
It just always ends up being something, right? Like I'll do whenever I do required, I go to race and it's like, you didn't do this, and I'm like, oh. But there is Gerald Rose making his DDIRL debut. That is an awesome sight to see in that 51 race car. And qualifying, I believe, coming to a close here, and our leaderboard looks terrible right now. I'm sure that'll fix itself as the race goes on. Seem to be doing that ball. So let's talk about how these exhibitions have gone so far, though. Race 1 taken home by Zach Panzarella over at Kansas in a close race between Patrick Calgill and Zach going down to the last lap. Race 2, a lot of the same in terms of the intensity and how close it was, but it was Stephen Kirby taking home that win, also making his debut, someone that you and I have both raced against several times, so we know what to expect from that guy. And then here we are at Michigan with our biggest field yet. You have any expectations for this one?
Yeah, you know, you talked about Kirby. I'm seeing some names down the leaderboard that didn't put in laps. I think Kirby might have been one of them down there.
Yeah, Kirby not putting in a qualifying lap. You are correct about that.
You see Kirby, Geyer, a few of the guys that we would expect to be putting down laps, not putting down laps. I'd expect to see them maybe try to work their way through here. Probably expecting an early caution and not wanting to get caught up in it. So maybe, you know, that could be a reason for starting the back, or just wanting to see, you know, how quick you can work through the field.
Yeah, I completely agree. Sometimes it's a fun challenge to give to yourself in these races. And I believe I may have our qualifying results here for us. Well, I've started. There we are. So there it is, putting it on the pole in his first DDIRL race. Zach Hillman. Combine the speed of the two guys that he's sharing a name with. Second place, we talked about how good this guy was going to be here today, so no surprise there. Patrick Calgill going to share the front row with Zach Hillman. The other Hillman and the other Zach in third and fourth place. Alex Hillman in third place, Zach Panzarella in fourth. Fifth, belonging to Patrick Calgill's brother, Chris Calgill. Sixth, Jared Kelly making his DDIRL debut. Teased this last week, actually going to put down some laps this week. Excited to see what Jared Kelly can do. Seventh, belonging to Dylan Beckman. Eighth, Mark Zabak, Zab. Ninth, Danny Sanchez. And 10th, good face to see here, right here, Dalton, Dylan Schmidt making his DDIRL debut.
Sir, yes, sir. We look down to 11th with Steve Lewis. We got Dave Oliveri in 12th, Graham McGivern 13th, 14th to John Cole Morgan, 15th, Nick, is that Ruby?
I think so.
We got 16th, Gerald Rose, 17th, Brandon Lawless, and 18th, Brandon Ibarra.
Over in 19th place, we got Elric George. 20th, belonging to Tommy Fox, another debut DDIRL driver that we are very familiar with. Great to see Tommy Fox here. 21st place, Jordan Finnegan. 22nd, the DDI driver of Juan Delgado. 23rd, belonging to Peyton McCoy. 24th, Arthur Hendren. 25th, Stacy Mathewson. 27th, Scott Bell. 28th, Dalton Geyer. 29th, last week's winner of Stephen Kirby. 30th, Colton Easterday, been dominant so far this season, led a lot of laps. Can he make it happen tonight? And 31st, Paul Crumry. 32nd, Alan Capers. 33rd, Jeremy Curtis. Edward Peltz, Shane Jenkins, Ryan Newman, Wesley Lee, and Noah Blankenship are going to round out this field of Oh,
And,
no, we're not done yet.
No, and you also missed, I believe, in 25th, Matthew Powers.
Oh, I apologize.
But,
Matthew Powers in 25th place. Matthew Powers making his debut as well. And then rounding out the field, Noah Blankenship, Hunter Hall, Alan Michael Bennett, and John Deaton. 41 trucks, Dalton.
and like I said, I don't know if all of those are going to make it to grid, but a vast majority of them will.
Yes, they will. And we are about to grid these things up. So that means, I mean, you know it. A lot of these guys are about to learn it. There's only one thing left to do.
And now, race fans, for the most famous words in motorsports, the star of Universal Pictures movie, I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry, Kevin James.
I just got 3 things to say. God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen, start your engine!
My blood's pumping. My blood's pumping, Dalton. I'm ready.
Whatever you're paying him, it's not enough.
I mean, it's a lot, but I agree. I do agree. And there is that lineup right there. 41 trucks getting ready to do battle here for the last exhibition race. We'll be kicking off the season next week over at Daytona. Oh man, that one's going to be an intense one, and I'm expecting a big field for that race too, but I'm just excited to see what these boys can do here at Michigan today. It's hot, it's fast, and there's a lot of these guys out here. I'm hoping they can keep it green for at least a good stretch to start this race, Dalton. A lot of these guys unfamiliar with each other.
Absolutely. We've kind of been spoiled for those first 2 races. Only one caution flag, like we said, and that's what was that? 240 laps. Mm-hmm. No, only one caution. Like, are you kidding me? But much larger field today. Certainly not expecting this to go green the whole way. But yeah, it would be nice to see if we can get some green flag racing in here.
Yeah, that would certainly be awesome to see some green flag racing. I would not complain about that. We'll be doing 95 laps around Michigan here today. Pretty sizable race here. 4 sets of tires in the pits for these guys. And I think they'll be using the majority of them, Dalton, because this track is mean to tires. And I think with the amount of cautions we can expect, you're going to have a lot of different opportunities for different strategies. So it's going to be a different vibe than we've experienced these first 2 races, because like you said, we have been spoiled. 1 caution in between 2 races, and now we have this enormous field and a lot of drivers who are unfamiliar with each other. But if there's one thing we know about this league and about the guys that we've recruited for this league, these guys know how to put in a show, and they know how to show respect in the racetrack. So I'm excited to see what they can do with a lot of new faces here. As we're going to be getting ready to go off the grid here. And also, this will be the last race where I think the numbers will be a little bit confusing for the last time here, Dalton. No one having their full assigned number or being required to run it yet. So we might see some repeating numbers, so we'll probably go off names more than we do numbers when possible. But next week, everyone will be running their full-time number, and none of them will be the same. I can guarantee that.
Yes, sir. And I just want to know, we've been making this distinction between the guys who've been recruited and kind of the newcomers today. But I think that distinction isn't going to last very long. I like this group of guys that did come in from kind of out of the woodwork, and I expect them to put on some great racing, and I think we are accepting them with open arms.
Yeah, absolutely. Whether or not we meant to password protect it, excited to have new faces here. And yeah, I think with the way this league's set up, the restrictions it has, regardless of who shows up, you're going to get some good and even racing. So yeah, everyone welcome with open arms. If you're watching from home, if you're just coming across this broadcast here on YouTube, and this league looks like fun to you, come hang out with us, because this is going to be one crazy season, and we'll be showing you guys the schedule for the regular season and the chase during this broadcast. But right now, we have some racing to do here in Michigan. It's going to be Zach Hillman leading them to green, the 14 truck with Patrick Calgill on his outside. There they are in the restart zone, and off goes Zach Hillman with the lead. A good start by Hillman. Patrick Calgill looking to his outside. Alex Hillman and Zach Panzarella making up the second line, and there we are. 38 trucks it is that gridded up and got out there today. So 38 trucks here at Michigan.
It looks like kind of a not necessarily a slow start. Everyone kind of fanning out here. Not too much aggression yet. Oh, so we see somebody sending it 3 wide.
Or thinking about it at
there
least
already. Yeah.
Yeah, the 62 is Sanchez.
Already that top 10 kind of starting to get a bit of a gap here on lap 1. Although it looks like Zab and looks like Christopher Cowgill back there, kind of bringing things back together.
Yeah, as you see it right there, just a ton of energy throughout this field. You see some 3 wide, some 2 wide, everyone keeping it clean so far. But man, you can definitely tell one slip up can cost you significant positions here. As right now, Zach Hillman controlling the lead. Patrick Cowgill hard on his tail. Zach Panzarella able to get around Alex Hillman on the outside there. Looks like Jared Kelly's going to try to follow around Panzarella on the outside, collect 4th place from Hillman, and he does. Hillman not with the start he wanted, starting this race in 3rd place, but that inside lane a little bit tricky early out in this run as these guys can go a little bit harder on that outside. That's going to have to be something we look out for here as these runs go on, Dalton. Which lane is better on your tires and where the speed is now that we have all these cars on track together.
Yeah, if you're going to run that inside line, you really have to make sure there are no slip-ups down there, that you're really kind of pushing the issue, that you're getting in there hard, because one slip-up, one bad exit, and you're liable to get freight trained by the guys riding the middle and the outside.
Yeah, it certainly is a touchy situation as there is a pass for the lead. Patrick Cowgill gets past Zach Hillman. It looks like Panzarella is going to look to the inside of Hillman here. He's going to try to complete the pass as well, but Patrick Cowgill not wasting any time collecting the lead here at Michigan. And man, if there's one thing the rest of this field of 38 does not want to see, it's that 31 in clean air at his favorite racetrack.
Yes, sir. As you see, Hillman kind of drifting up a little bit there. Alex Hillman, I should say. Looks like he wanted to follow Panzarella there. Looks like he's still sticking with. Nope, he drops up back in line.
Panzarella's going to try to do the inside work there. A lot of guys experimenting with lines here. No real committal from anybody. No one wanting to commit to the top or the bottom lap after lap, kind of experimenting, seeing what's better. I mean, the bottom is a great place for entry, it looks like, but man, that drive off is going to be tricky for these guys that are willing to go all the way up top and put in all that throttle required. And you see right there, Zach Hillman, he wants that lead back from Patrick Cowgill, putting on all kinds of pressure, but getting loose there in the bottom, and Panzarella and him nearly come together.
Yeah, as you saw, some more 3 wide further back, and which it looks like is kind of straightened out now. Let's see, who is that down on the bottom there? Is that the...
It's a 44.
42.
All the way to the bottom there, we got the 44. Man, it's a lot to keep up with over here right now, Dalton. And look at that. You got Hillman and Panzarella working together on the inside. We're going to have to see right now how good this inside can be. A little bit of clean air as Panzarella's going to try to dive it on the inside and get around Zach Hillman, see if he's able to complete it. Got a good shove from his teammate there in the 08, and the 62 of Sanchez making great work around this or through this field. He started, I believe, in 10th all the way up to 5th.
Yes, absolutely. You can kind of see another one of those what would you call it? Gardening cars making its way up through the field. One of those identical paint schemes. Is that the 19, I want to say? Or is that the 19? Yeah, it's the 19.
Yeah, dude, he is lighting that thing up, and he's cheaping it through the field right now, doing a great job. And, man, we've talked a lot about how this league, for you and I especially, the guys who did a lot of work recruiting some of the top drivers. Oh, man.
Oh, Panzarella.
Big moment for Panzarella.
Schmidt almost got into Christopher Cowgill back there as well. As these guys are 3 wide just about.
7 laps in, and we're already seeing the looseness come into effect, especially on corner exit. You saw it with 2 drivers there. It kills your run, and then the cars behind you have to figure it out. And, man, that almost cost Panzarella his front bumper there. But, Dalton, yeah, we talked about how this league feels a little bit like a bachelor party, and it's all your favorite people put together. And, man, I never thought I'd see the day where we saw Jared Kelly and Patrick Cowgill go at it.
Yeah, they're getting their own little kind of spotlight right here. They've broken away.
Check them out. Lots of early speed here from Jared Kelly. BRL regular, Sunday morning. Oftentimes a winner over there, a great driver in a road course maestro. Man, I'm scared for when we get to road courses if we get Jared Kelly full-time in this league. But right now, putting all the pressure in the world on Patrick Cowgill, trying to get that lead. Behind them, you see Panzarella and Zach Hillman. They have kind of fallen a little bit back, about a half a second behind that group. And this field's starting to separate a little bit. And, well, I was going to say going single file, but nope, not everywhere.
Yeah, and you know what? This isn't necessary. I mean, this isn't a plate track, obviously, but that draft is still incredibly important. And once you wouldn't think it would be as important as it is, but once you lose those guys up front, it really kind of affects how you have to run.
Yeah, it really does. The clean air is nice, but the draft is just as big. So you kind of have to find the marriage between those two and where that speed is. As there it is again, Calgill and Hillman just going at it. And Panzarella catching them by a little bit, starting to drive away from Hillman.
But yeah, Calgill and Kelly.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, you'll see if they if they get side by side again, I wouldn't be surprised to see Panzarella back in that fight.
And man, these iRacing camera angles just incredible. Behind the wall, inside the wall, just great stuff from iRacing. Got to thank them. But there it is, Jared Kelly to the inside, gonna try the slide job. Oh, and he completes it. What a pass by Kelly. And he's gonna try to lead, but you see the crossover right there. Patrick Calgill saying not so fast, and they're gonna be side by side across the start-finish line.
Well, hey, I'll tell you what, they call him the showboat, and they don't call him that for nothing.
That's so true. Jared Kelly nicknamed the showboat, and he's shown us right away why that's his nickname. And Patrick Calgill says, anything you can do, I can try to do better, but he's going to get super loose on the exit. And, oh, man, almost into Kelly. Saves it. Kelly reacts well. Same thing happening behind them. Look at all that looseness coming out of turn 2 right there from the entire field.
Yeah, I was about to say, that was like the whole field almost kind of following that up into that wall, getting a little too loose, sliding down the track. That's going to be something to watch here.
Yeah, it is. As Kelly that time able to get past Calgill and not allow him to get a run and then break his draft down the front stretch. New leader, the 55 of Jared Kelly, and you were right. That side-by-side action did allow Panzarella to reel them in just a little bit. We'll see how Calgill is able to recover from that and how much heat he put on those tires. As always, loose again. He is ultra loose again. Wow. That is sketchy. And we have a car on the wall.
Oh, car on the wall back there.
I think that may be Steve Lewis. That is Steve Lewis in the wall. Gathering it back up. Man, that's going to cost him a lot of positions. Mm-hmm.
But it is early. We still got a good 80 or over 80 laps to go in this thing. Plenty of time to make that up. Plenty more chaos.
Plenty more chaos to unfold. It's just Juan Delgado complete the pass on on Steve Lewis right now. Getting all the names mixed up. Just too many cars in this field. And look at Patrick Calgill. Look into the inside of Jared Kelly. He's going to try it again. He's going to slide up just a little bit. Try to dump that air. Kelly ultra loose, as is. Oh, and that
Oh, my goodness.
That was enough. And wow, fantastic save by Calgill. But that's going to cost him a couple positions. Only 2. Calgill is going to maintain a top 5 position. That could have been a lot worse.
It definitely could have. I mean, his tires got to be really mad at him right now. You see Dalton Geyer right there, who's up into the top 10 after starting
28,
27,
something like that. Yeah,
26.
So definitely one of our hardest charges right now. Dalton Geyer already in the top 10, behind Dylan Schmidt, a Daily Driver Zinc driver from back in the day. His first time on a rig in 6 months, and you would not know by watching this dude put in laps. 9th place currently for Dylan Schmidt. Also, you see Zach Hillman. He's starting to fall through the field ever so slightly. He's down to 7th place right now. Maybe burned his stuff up just a little bit or struggling with how these tires are wearing and had that short run speed but hadn't quite figured out because this truck, it drives entirely different on the long run than in the short run.
Yes, sir, it does. And you almost don't notice it until it's too late, until you get that big loose moment where you're like, okay, I got to settle down,
It's so true because you're loose all the time, so you're kind
of
just...
Calgill into contact back there.
Yeah, a little bit of contact. That was Patrick? No, I'm sorry, that was Christopher Calgill. A little bit of contact there. As we see these two still racing each other. Out of the wall comes... Oh, and the 14's loose! Wow, big hit there.
Got a piece of that. Got loose. Oh, my goodness.
Into Geyer, into Zab. And the 14 is jacked up. Oh! Massive hit.
Ooh, hit.
Zach Hillman, after an incredible qualifying effort, not having the race he wants so far, but these guys are going to have a faster pair available to them today. I will say, Dalton, these guys are, we're currently in yellow, and I forgot I have to manually put that up now. There we go. These guys are currently voting on the rules of this league, certain rules of this league, I should say. And one of them is how many fast repairs they want, and it's looking like, Dalton, it looks like we're not going to have one.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I looked right before the race started, and that's a vast majority vote. If we're going to have them, I believe, for the super speedways. So I think we'll have them for like Daytona, Dega, but if this was the regular season, that would have been game over for a few of our drivers.
Yes, sir. Certain drivers would be very mad right now, but they have a fast repair they can use to get back in this thing.
Yeah, a few guys very big fans of that fast repair right now.
We have fun.
We do. And there is the regular season schedule. We will drop the chase a little bit later in this race. But there is the regular season schedule for those who have not seen it. It currently does say one fast repair, as you do see on the top of your screen. The majority of the field going to bring it down, put 4 tires on it. About 28 laps here to a gas tank, so not surprising to see them bring it down here. But this schedule, Dalton, I'm excited for this one. Everything that you see there in gold identifies a crown jewel race. The big significance of those, besides just a bonus prize, will be 2x in-race bonus points. We'll go over what those bonus points are before the season starts, or maybe during the broadcast next week. There'll be 1 drop race available to these guys during the regular season only. And then the top 10 and finishers in the regular season will qualify for the chase, and we'll have a wild card rule we'll get into when the time comes. But that schedule, in my opinion, a good mix of different types of tracks. You're going to have to be a very well-rounded driver to get to race for a championship here. Yeah,
absolutely. And while you can see 2 super speedways in the regular season, I don't believe, not to spoil all the tracks in that chase, but I don't believe you're going to see any plate tracks in the chase.
You are not, because we like integrity when it comes to the playoffs, and so we decided not to do that. But we're going to kick the season off at where else but Daytona. I mean, I don't think it'd feel right to go anywhere besides Daytona. But as you saw there, a lot of cars taking tires, but what I also saw was a massive gap for the 55 of Jared Kelly, and the only way you can do that, Dalton, is by taking 2 tires.
Yes, sir. We'll see. We're only... Oh.
He goes blinky, blinky goes Kelly.
Out of existence there for a second.
He's teasing us again.
Yeah. But yeah, 2 tires. We'll see how that serves him here in the first... in this first little bit here, because they went, 15 laps?
Yep.
Yeah, 15 laps on those tires. That car is going to be pretty loose.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I mean, in my opinion, though, if you're gonna make this this aggressive move, now would be the time, right? You might as well go for it now. While there's still plenty of time left in the race to stop the bleeding. If this doesn't work out, another driver to shout out here is Dan Oliveri, quietly driving through the field and now finding himself in 2nd place. Oliveri, a force to be reckoned with, one of our new drivers, our unfamiliar, I guess you could say, drivers we have here in the DDIRL. But man, this guy making an impression already.
Yeah, he worked his way up from, what'd you say, 10th?
I believe so.
He was up on speed, up into the top 5, I think.
Quietly too. Him and Sanchez.
Now, did he take 2 tires too to get up there?
Pit time. I don't think so. No, he did not. He took 4.
Oh, so
he's just that fast.
Off the road.
Yep. It's just raw speed from that 27 Oakley car. Truck. I'm going to have to stop saying that. Jared Kelly going to be the control car. That first restart was on the flagman. So this one will be on the leader, so you'll probably see a little bit bigger of a jump for the 55, but he does have those older right side tires. So we'll have to see how that works out for him. Left side, I'm sorry. And there it is. Jared Kelly going to lead the field to green. Good start for him. And it's going to be side-by-side for Oliveri and Panzarella behind them. We'll see what lines these guys will let to go with through 1 and 2 as Jared Kelly is going to lead the whole field here in the 55.
Those 2 tires, good enough for him for that first turn at least. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see how that serves him with the clean air. I think it's only a matter of time before these guys on the fresh tires get by him. So we'll see how he manages in the dirty air.
You see Panzarella right away, not wanting to wait, and behind there, Cowgill and Oliveri nearly come together. Ultra loose.
It's snug.
Wow, the showboat keeps it off the wall.
Alex Hillman taking advantage, trying to send it 3 wide here. Under the 27, decides the better of it, though. It slots in behind Oliveri.
Hey, you know the old Alex Hillman would have gone 3 wide there, Dalton.
There is no old Alex Hillman. There's just right. He's living in the moment, okay?
There's just the Alex Hillman. And here is a sight that I think we may have to get used to. And it's Patrick Cowgill and Zap Panzarella racing the absolute crap out of each other. These two have been at it for years, and nothing seems to change between these two. They always, whenever someone's having a good day, the other one seems to be as well. So often find themselves racing each other up front. But here we are again, and look at these big runs that we're seeing down the front and backstretch, Dalton. The draft already playing a big part in this race.
Yeah, just monster runs as he's peeking around that outside. I don't know how smart that is. If Panzarella were to tighten up, oh, he got a little loose. Maybe just playing mind games here, just trying to poke that nose out and get Panzarella to blink.
You see just wiggles throughout the entire field on that wide camera angle when they're all coming at it too. And also you're seeing a lot of drives. Wow, look at Jared Kelly right there, ultra loose in the middle of the corner, trying to gather it up, takes it off the wall, but man, that 55 looks like a handful. Really being the guinea pig for the rest of the field right now, and all of them looking over and saying, well, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, he is getting swept downriver right now. That's what it feels like. He's just trying to find a branch to hold on to where he can kind of compose himself and get these tires, warmed up to the point where it feels comfortable.
Yeah, absolutely. As we're starting to see some new characters here in this top 10, we got the 83 of Lolis now hanging out in 7th place. Behind him, the 34 of Yabara. These two newcomers in this league and newcomers in the top 10. They have been patient and methodical working through the field, and it's only lap 22, but they're already in the top 10. So I think we might be starting to see the cream rise to the top now that we've gotten 2 decent-sized runs in, which, again, I want to take my hat off to this whole league right now, Dalton. 23 laps, 1 caution, 38 trucks. That is no easy feat. Oh, man, Zabak.
Hard to the wall there. Yeah, Zab, I don't think he actually did anything. I think the car's to the outside of him.
Zab and Sanchez, big moment there, yeah.
It looks like, God, every time I see that out of the corner, it looks like somebody's going to tighten up a little too much and just, wipe somebody out, but it's working out for him so far.
I completely agree. Like, every exit the corner, it looks like disaster is about to strike. These guys with enough talent to keep it off the wall and keep it going straight. But yeah, this is a handful. I'll try to go in the cockpit with one of these guys so you can see just what they're dealing with. And this is early in the run. Oh, everyone in the
Zab got the wall there.
Oh, Zab on the wall again. Yeah. Zab showing tons of speed, just hasn't been able to keep it clean. And there is Cowgill looking at the inside of Panzarella.
Cowgill looking for the lead here. Panzarella going to try to get that run up top. Cowgill slicing it off. Slide job. And here comes Hillman to the very bottom.
Hillman out of nowhere. He read that one like a book, and he backed up the corner, and now he has the run.
Oh, not quite, though. Is Panzarella able to use the toe of Cowgill to stay out front? Now Oliveri coming back into this thing, 27.
Yeah, check out Oliveri as Hillman's going to nearly slide in front of Panzarella there, gathers it up, and still keeps the momentum rather well. Oliveri, though, going to push Panzarella all the way down the backstretch and probably into the corner, too, and try to make him go into it too deep. That's exactly what he does. Panzarella going to try to keep it down there on the bottom with 2 fast drivers breathing down his neck, and that actually gave him a run on Cowgill a little bit.
And, one of the things that's kind of been the secret sauce around here is that bottom line. I think some guys are afraid to get all the way down there. I see a lot of kind of wide arcs to use that second lane up, but that bottom lane, especially in 3 and 4, that bottom lane has a lot of grip if you ride it the whole way around.
Oof, ultra loose moment for the 12.
Can't tell. Looked like they were 3 wide there for a second.
Think Panzarella got loose on the exit there, gave up the position.
Had to slot up. Had to slot in there.
Yep.
We'll risk getting freight trained.
Yeah, that really is going to be a thing all day. You have to slot up and you have to give yourself that corner entry and get back in that draft. Even with your tires mad at you, as you can tell they are with the 12. So he's going to fall down to 4th and try to gather this car back up now. But he has Sanchez and Lolis right behind him, and then Zab behind that pair of 2. So this field so tight. All the way up to 10th place of Dylan Schmidt, only 1.5 seconds separating them.
Yes, sir. You see a lot of side-by-side action here. Schmidt making his way up here. Oh, side-by-side with, I believe that's, I can't read the name. I am so
Schmidt currently racing Herbie, and Scott Bell.
I don't mean that in like a not able to say way. I mean that in like a
physically cannot see way.
is too low resolution for me. But yeah, it was yeah. Let's see, who is that? Oh, big push back there on Schmidt.
It really just does look like, too, the further you are back in the field, just like in real NASCAR, the crazier the racing gets. Just look at this back with like Chris Cowgill, or I'm sorry, like Steve Lewis, Colton Easterday. They are 3 wide back here, just going for it. So everywhere you look, there's some intense racing. So Colton Easterday not qualifying. He's worked his way up to 15th. And another guy who didn't qualify was last week's winner.
Whoa. Let's go back there.
Oh.
Let's go back there. We got, because that's beef for the streets right there. That's UPS versus the
USPS.
That's USPS versus versus UPS.
You both suck. Easterday.
I'm sure that looked closer than it was, but
I don't know.
It's tight.
That was ultra tight there. As look at this, Alex Hillman's looking to the inside. Patrick Cowgill for the lead, and Hillman's going to take the lead.
Yeah, Cowgill not going to take it lying down, though. Going to go for the crossover once again, as he's done multiple times. Oliveri trying to sweep down. Panzarella, though, covering off that very bottom lane, trying to send it 3 wide here.
Oh, and Lucio's.
They're packing up all the way up the track there.
This is getting crazy, and it's for the lead, as you see Hillman and Cowgill side by side with Oliveri in tow, waiting for any slip-up to take the lead from these guys. Behind them, you have Lolis, Panzarella, and Zab. Panzarella there working the outside. There goes Hillman to the inside. Going to look and try to get around. Man, and here comes Zab to the inside of Panzarella. Tons of long-run speed.
It was the top 4 kind of together for a second. Now it's a top 6, and I think as they keep battling, it looks like the rest of the top 10 is looking to get back in on this.
Whoa!
Back there. Oh, big slide up the track.
Scott Bell.
Oh, I think that was, Bell.
It's Kirby.
Oh,
man.
Right here. Kirby. There's Stephen Kirby. Where did he come from?
Yep, Kirby. Schmidt in the 62 is Sanchez, nearly 4 wide. Yeah, Kirby not qualifying today, last week's winner. He is making quick work of this field, though.
Oh, middle 3 wide. Is that Lawless in there? Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, this is everywhere you look. It's insanity right now. That is Lawless in the middle of 3 wide. And there's Panzarella on the outside there. Zabak on the inside. Zabak loose, but a great save. Going to stay the inside. Patrick Cowgill breathing down the neck of Alex Hillman. He is all over him, trying to make him nervous.
It looks like as chaotic as things are back there, it's kind of starting to straighten out up here. Guys still running their different lines, obviously, but kind of single file movement here from everybody.
Yeah, it definitely is. I think that maybe looking at that lead pack saying, if we can figure this out and go single file, we're going to be able to catch these guys. As now looks at the leaders, they look like they go single file for a second, but I think it's just trying to get in that draft on the backstretch, because the second they get in the corner, this happens. All this insanity is, oh man, Cowgill's loose. The 83 is loose. Oh man, look at that. Zabik nearly getting, bidding it up there as well.
Oliveri looking for the lead here.
Oh yeah, look at that. Oliveri looking at the inside of Hillman. And he's going to complete the slide job.
Slide job. Hillman probably going to look to cut down here.
Oliveri getting tight now, loose. Wow!
A little bit of contact.
This is good.
He knows how much room he has, though.
This is good stuff, Dalton.
Oh, man. Had to back out of it, thought better of it.
And Oliveri's going to lead his first lap at the DDIRL.
What a run so far. Very impressive from that 27.
Yeah, great pass there by Oliveri to get that done. As, man, you're seeing it every corner. Look at how loose these guys are. Look at the top of your screen there. Nearly every truck, ultra loose, especially for using the outside lane. Hillman wants that lead back, breathing down the neck of the 27 of Oliveri. On the behind them, you have Lolis. Lolis has been so good as this race has gone on. He's worked his way throughout the field, and now here he is in 3rd place.
Absolutely, absolutely. This looks like Hillman not letting up, not giving up the pressure on the 27. As here he goes for the lead again. Oh, gets a little too tight.
Sketchy by Alex Hillman.
Yeah.
I
mean, but you know, that's the car control. That's the that's the respect to not keep your foot in it. You know, I mean that's the bare minimum, I think. But at the same time, you can't expect that. You know, you want the lead. You want the lead.
And that did open the door up for Panzarella to get around Hillman. But Hillman, so much fight in him today in that 08 truck, doing a great job. But yeah, you're right. You really do have to know when to hold him and know when to fold him in these type of runs. But everyone dealing with the same thing right now. Everybody's loose. Everyone feels sketchy. So you know that everyone else is feeling that. So you have to go for it to the most of your ability and comfort. As all these guys trying to find their way around Michigan right now. Ultra hot conditions and ultra loose conditions.
Yeah, and at the same time, if you're that outside car, you know what that bottom car is going through, and you know that if you kind of squeeze them a little bit, you're going to cut off that run, and you're going to be able to keep them behind you.
Yeah. Oh man, there is
UPS.
My.
Is that a 3 wide? Geyer in the middle, 3 wide here.
Yeah, he is.
That's 62. And
I think that's a 40, but I'm not. I think that's Elric George there. And Dalton able to figure that out, not make himself the meat in the sandwich as they entered the corner, because that is no fun here this deep in a run. Up front, you still see Oliveri and Panzarella trying to find his way around him. Oliveri doing a great job working that air and working those lines. Dirty air also starting to be so impactful here, especially in these close groups.
And here we are, they're side by side. Panzarella, see if he goes up and tries to side draft a little bit. Oliveri trying to stay well clear of that. And now Hillman going to try to follow the 12, kind of just trying to pick his lane here. I think just going to go with whichever horse wins this race is the lane he's going to choose.
Yep, Alex Hillman's going to, wow, thank you, iRacing. Going to make sure his teammate is whoever gets out of that corner the best way.
In the house.
It literally is. I mean, I can't imagine how much those guys pay for those seats. iRacing just delivering the shots. It's like Fox over here. Look at this. We might go.
It's that 11 car.
Oh, yeah. How about that? Zab out of nowhere. Here goes Zab looking, man, maybe for the lead. I mean, he's going to have an opportunity to go 3 wide here if he wants to. And here we go. Zab right behind Panzarella. On top of them, you got Oliveri and Hillman. And then just waiting for a slip up is Lolis, Yabara, and Cowgill.
Oh, Mill 3 wide.
Whoa!
Oh, Hillman.
What a bold move by Alex Hillman.
He's going for it.
Alex Hillman is here to win.
Oh,
Zab in the wall.
Zab in the wall.
Zab a little bit. I mean, it's a tight then loose sensation, is it not?
Yeah, it's yeah, you feel it going up towards the wall, and you feel like you're going to be fine, and then you start kind of cranking the wheel a little bit to compensate, and I mean, turning the wheel and having your foot on the gas is that's a recipe for that car spinning around on you.
Yeah, it's a recipe for what we just saw. As Alex Hillman gonna lead that lap and race Oliveri this time on the inside, keeping his line a little bit at a time. Oliveri tight as all heck there, keeps it off the wall, barely. Wow, and look at all that seesawing there on the wheel.
Panzarella dropping back. Was that? Oh, yep.
Panzarella around. We'll take a look at that one real quick. And here we go. I think this is similar to what we saw happen to Oliveri. We'll keep our eye on the 12 here. Loose, down into Zab.
Oh, into Zab.
Zab, an innocent bystander there. Not too bad for either driver, it looks.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if either driver decides to use that one fast repair.
Yeah, we'll see about that. And one thing too, Dalton, is whether or not Panzarella or Zab want to use it yet, you gotta make sure to uncheck it if you don't, because if you don't do that, it's gonna use it for some, what's the word I'm looking for? Like insignificant damage.
Yeah, and just a note, Geyer already used his fast repair.
Nice.
Yeah. I think that came out to 2 minutes of damage. There's the pit road update. But it's all good. Yeah, you see Panzarella.
So that actually wasn't too bad for Zab. Zab actually is going to maintain 4th, while Panzarella is going to fall all the way back to 23rd.
Well, what do you think here, Zach? Is it tire time? I think
Oh,
it's tire time
yeah, it is.
for everybody.
If 16 laps was tire time, Dalton, then 40 sure as hell is. Well, I should say, like, what, 24? But that, yeah, I would be
Yeah,
shocked.
that's the math.
And you chose the truck. We're doing. So what are the options for the pace car on iRacing?
Truck. I'd imagine there's like a sports car.
Maybe
There's like the regular pace car. I like the truck, Zach.
Well, we're not doing the truck, Dalton. For those who don't know, Daily Drivers Inc. is a car culture company. We do car shows all around the country. Right now we have some in California, Arizona, Texas, and Vegas. And I mean, we don't hate trucks here. Trucks are cool, and if you own a truck, that's rad. But Dalton, we're getting the Porsche. If we can do the Porsche, we're getting the Porsche.
Okay, but that's gonna.
It's gonna upset a lot of people.
It's gonna cost about as much as Kevin James for.
Yeah.
I think
Well, it's a lost cause at this point, given how bad the bill is for the Daily Drivers Inc. team every week anyway. So it's a lost cause.
I'll look into it.
Uh-huh.
I'll see if we can get the Porsche.
Yay. As you saw, also a few guys there, me included, missing their pit stall. And I think what that is, Dalton, 55 miles per hour is the pit road speed here, and that is pretty quick. It's pretty fast.
Yeah, it's a fast pit road. If you're not ready for your stall, you can really slide those tires.
Yeah.
And you can slide for a while, and you can slide into the next guy's box, and then the next guy's box, and then the next guy's box if you're not ready for it.
Yeah. Don't ask how we know that. But yeah, definitely something that we have experience with, the infinite slide. So a couple guys to shout out here that I have my eyes on. First of all, 8th place, Colton Easterday. He did not qualify, and he has already worked his way up all the way to 8th. He has likely led, if not the most, amongst the most laps in these 3 exhibition races. Easterday has been lights out fast, so keep your eye out for him. And then, Dalton, don't look now, but look who's in 5th.
Uh-oh.
Yep, last week's winner.
The 109 is Stephen Kirby.
Yep, and Stephen Kirby, one thing that this field not excited to see is that 109 up front. A super fast driver is Kirby.
Yeah, you don't want to see that 109. You don't want to see that 95 in clean air either. You don't want to see either of those guys in clean air is liable to check out and just run away.
I agree. And then so far, the guys that I'm thinking have the cars to beat, the trucks to beat, are our top 3. Those guys, wow. That's just great camera work by iRacing right there. If you guys ever want to know what the bottom of Michigan looked like.
You want to see how the tires clip through the track?
Yup. That is a seat you can't buy in real life, believe it or not. Jesus Christ. Anyway, Hillman, Oliveri, and Lolis. Those guys have been just a steady presence in the top 5.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they've been here all day, just mixing it up, and not just going for a Sunday drive. They've been racing hard.
Yeah, these guys have been putting on a show. As we're about to hit our halfway point, during the regular season, this will pay out stage points, but we will not bring out a caution for it. So just a little note there. Alex Hillman will be the control car here, and he's going to go early in the restart zone, and you can see why. Brilliant restart by the 08 of Hillman. Our field all kinds of mixed up here. 24 cars still left in this race. Attrition already playing a factor.
Absolutely. As we get into turn 1 and 2 here, see if oh wow, Cowgill loose.
Yeah, everywhere you look right now there's loose cars, and I'm sorry, we have 32 cars still in the track right now. I was wrong by about 10, and you can tell visually by looking at it, as there is Cowgill in with the lead right now. Alex Silliman still controlling it, but behind them, Oliveri and Lolis. Right there, we got Yabara and Cowgill, and then Steve Kirby laying in wait, choosing his moment to strike.
It looks like Hillman now with the clean air, getting a little bit of a gap from these guys who are starting to battle for second. Cowgill wants to be back in control of this race.
Yeah, Cowgill.
Battle with.
Whoa!
Oh,
Sexy
wow.
save by by Lolis there. God, that thing was facing the wall.
What a save! Holy cow!
Wow.
Yeah, didn't lose any ground. Oh, Geyer on the apron there. Looked like Easterday might have gotten into whoever that was above them.
It's a hornet's nest back here.
Yeah, so things kind of getting checked up. But either way, yeah, big hornet's nest behind Geyer there. You see, who was that running the wall?
That is the 42 right there. The 42 of Scott Bell doing a good job on the outside wall, and that's Jared Kelly in front of him in the 55. Kelly, who had a really fast truck to start this race, but took those 2 tires and oh no!
Oh wow! Can't park there.
Can't park there, sir. Oh no! Oh, Delgado!
Oh my goodness!
Jeez, what did I say about the bills I have to pay, Dalton?
He was on 3 tires there, was Cowgill, as that thing got turned around. That thing was jacking up a little bit.
Yeah, that truck took a beating.
And we came within. We almost saw a murder. Can we get the replay on that? Can we get the Juan Delgado POV?
Oh yeah, I mean that's worth seeing, sure. Just because that was so funny, I think we do have to see the Juan Delgado POV. All right, so I'm just gonna go inside one right now.
Yeah, let's also just like see what happened from.
Yeah, first let's see what happened here. So I think Cowgill may have cleared himself off the front of Oliveri here. Let's see.
Yeah, tried to slot in and maybe just didn't have the. Yeah, he's gonna
try to fill that hole right there. Yeah.
Maybe a little bit in netcode too.
And that's where that wheel went.
Yeah.
And now let's go to the 14 of Delgado. Oh boy, ready for some quote unquote wreck avoidance?
Yeah, I'm. Oh, he's got Jerry Rose down there underneath him.
Here we go.
Yeah, let's see.
So at this point,
he was three wide seconds before it happened.
Okay.
So, yeah. Let's see.
There's a car there.
Oh my God. What a. You know, he put himself in the position, but.
Yeah,
boy,
he did. Yeah, he did. Oh man.
Oh, that was.
Good job, I
awesome.
guess.
Yeah, we're laughing with you.
Yep, we're laughing with you for sure, genuinely. All right. On that note, we will be right back, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna take a brief break, and we'll be back before we go green. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for waiting there. Just checking a few things, getting ready to go green here again. Lights still on the pace truck. Alex Hillman, our leader. Oliveri in second, and Patrick Calgill, someone who we said to look out for here today. Not having the start to this race that I believe he wanted. I mean, I'm a 99.9% positive that fast repair is out the window, right?
Yeah, it's got to be. And we saw actually some more takers on pit road too. I'm not sure what that was about. Maybe damage from something else that happened. But yeah, there were a few takers on pit road. Maybe thinking that 5 laps of the 5 laps was going to be enough to make a difference on these tires.
Danny Sanchez back. So David Sanchez, Tony Fox, Yabara, Calgill, Bennett, Lolis. A lot of our fast trucks actually. Lolis and Yabara, 2 of them, really sticking out to me. Who decided to let's see. It looks like fuel only for a few of them. Yabara was in there for 16 seconds. So maybe, I think Yabara was who Calgill got into, so probably fixing that damage.
True, yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah, that's the only reason I can think of, right?
Yeah, I can't think of any other unless it's, we're really thinking this is going to go green the whole way, and that 5 lap fresher tires is going to make a difference. Although I don't know if anybody took tires even.
I would be surprised to have seen someone take tires there. I don't think anyone did based on the data available to me.
Maybe a little extra gas.
Yeah, I definitely think that is what a lot of these guys took, and I would understand that 28 laps. So I think that would potentially, especially if we get a couple more yellows, you could make this a one-stopper when other guys may have to go 2. So a lot of different agendas you could do there. So not a crazy idea by any means, but it's going to keep things a little more simple. And now look what that also did. Look at our second row. 2 guys we were just talking about.
Yep, exactly. We'll see what they can do here on this restart.
Hillman going to be the control truck again. Hillman, such a fast truck right now in that 08. And another great restart as someone on the inside going to lead this field to green. Lap 49 out of 95 right now here in the Daily Drivers Inc. Racing League Exhibition Race number 3 as Kirby and Oliveri nearly come together, coming into 1 and 2 there. And this for the first time you're starting to see there. It's Dalton, Geyer, and Stephen Kirby using the very bottom on that restart. No one's really done that yet. And we're finally starting to see people get comfortable enough to use that bottom. Oh, man.
Oh, no, 3 wide there.
Yep, big move there. Oh, sorry about that. I am way too far down.
Oh, that was
there it is.
That's
Zach Hillman. Zach Hillman with a big move.
Yeah.
He knows he has that short run speed.
So Hillman and Geyer both recovered here after that first caution, and up here racing in the top 10.
Mm-hmm. A great job by Hillman to recover from those early incidents he had here. Really showing how much speed he has in that 14 truck. It'll be interesting to see what number he chooses. The 14 already taken by Juan Delgado in this league, so we'll see Hillman in a different number next week, but I'm sure we'll see him running in the same places that he has been today. Up front, it's Oliveri getting past Hillman, taking the lead of this race again. These two, so much speed right now. Lights out for that 27, that 08, and they are driving away from Kirby and Easterday. Whoa, yeah, Jared Kelly's here.
Oh, wow, yeah. And he has 4 fresh tires, finally.
You know that he must feel better than anyone in the field to put 4 freshies on.
They are 3 wide. Okay, it looks like they worked it out there between Geyer and Kelly.
Yeah, Geyer thinking a little bit better of it there.
Yeah, Easterday and Geyer still side by side back behind him, through to probably out to the top 15.
Yeah, it's everywhere you look right now. There's action on this racetrack, and you can just tell one small mistake can cost you so many positions. This is such a momentum track, especially when these cars are bunched up like this. Early in the run is, oh man, Easterday. He got loose, went close to the wall, gathered it back up, went across the field, and somehow kept it clean. Great job there by Easterday, but woof, that was a moment. I left the music on. I'm sure people are vibing, but I left the music on accidentally. There we go. It's off now.
Uh-oh.
Whoa!
Let's see.
Oh, Schmidt into the wall.
Yeah, that Zab around the outside of is that the 42?
I believe so. That is Scott Bell, I believe. It is. And then behind them, you got Steve Lewis in that drop dead gorgeous 88 Nike car, just doing it right now.
It's like, who is that on the outside there? It's
Ryan
the
Newman?
03. Yeah, that's Chris Calgill.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, that outside. Yeah, Chris Calgill. Great qualifying effort from Chris Calgill today, so I'm sure he knows there's a lot of speed in that truck. So trying to work his way back through the field to where he started this race is, wow. Geyer. Oh, into the wall.
A big chain reaction.
Yeah, big hit into the wall for Zach Hillman.
3 almost 4 wide.
Wow, Scott Bell.
Just driving through like it's nothing.
Yeah, he did. I love that move by Scott Bell. Makes that move and still gives himself corner position, and that's why you do that, because look at that drive off. Man, Dylan Schmidt was super, super loose on the exit of that one. These guys are trying to gather it up. Oh, man, I smell blood right now, Dalton.
Absolutely. So you see now Geyer's in a sandwich of sorts between two. I guess they'd be teammate. Who's that bright yellow car that just came blazing up from the back there?
Oh,
That's
yeah.
such a huge run.
Who is that? Let's see. I believe that maybe. Oh, it looks like we actually are under caution right now.
Oh, that's okay. That's why, because the yellow came out.
That would make a lot of sense as to why we saw that. Can't quite see what that one was.
I mean, hey, we can have a look.
I don't have the data. That's the problem. Oh, wow. I mean, I guess I can guess. Let's see what happened here. I think I can guess here, Dalton. Was it back here? No?
No, I just saw it.
Oh, you did? Okay. Was it? And it was over
was
here.
it was just in front of this.
All right. So I'll go to that 35 Nick Ruby right here. And this has been a sketchy part of the track. Was the exit of 4. They get out of there okay. So far, so good. That's Tommy Fox there in the 57. And we're going to enter 1 here. Oh!
A little bit echoed.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
man,
boy, that was close. I believe that was... Oh, that was the 8 of Al Michael Bennett, almost getting collected in that one. Scary moment there for Bennett.
So another... We've kind of seen a lot of, 1, 2, 3 car incidents here to bring out these yellows. We haven't really seen, like, a big one yet.
I agree, but be careful about what you ask for, Dalton. Because, man, it felt like it was around the corner there early in that run. And there are still a lot of trucks in this race.
Let's see. I'm gonna try to get a count here.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure it out too.
Let's see.
I think it's about 32 we got.
30.
33.
Yeah, 33 cars still on the lead lap too.
So awesome. Love that. Well, I think we've made them wait long enough. What do you say we show them this chase schedule?
I can think of nothing there to do at this moment.
Drum roll, please. Here it is, ladies and gents. 6 races. Really, every type of track, like we said, besides a plate track. And yeah, there it is. Race 1 of the chase starting on September 10th. So again, there is a 2-week break after the regular season concludes, and we'll be running exhibition races at Monza and iRacing Super Speedway on those 2 weeks off. But once we come back, that'll be September 10th, and we'll be kicking things off at everyone's favorite road course, Watkins Glen. After that, we'll be hitting up New Hampshire, a great short track, a super competitive one. Then we'll be hitting up Kansas, where we went to for our first exhibition race here and put on an incredible show. So we know that's going to be a great race. Kicking out, the 4th race of the chase will be Old Atlanta, so not the plate Atlanta, the super loose and difficult Atlanta, the one that separates the men from the boys. And then the last 2 races of the chase, 2 of my favorite tracks, Chicagoland and Homestead, Miami.
That Homestead race a lot, quite a bit longer.
Yes.
'Cause that is the, what do we say? Was that the DDI? Is that the 365?
That's a 247. That's a 247 because it's 247 miles. The 365 is kilometers because we weren't going to do that to everybody.
Yeah. Hey Zach, what is a kilometer?
It's a unit of measurement that Canadians use, right? That's all I know about it.
It's
Is it 1.4?
It's like 1.6 miles.
Fun fact, I had a Saturn back in the day, the car, and the guy said it had 100,000 miles, and I get in it, and it had 135 or 34, I don't know. And I was like, I thought you said 100,000. And he was like, yeah, it does. It's a Canadian car. It's kilometers. And the speedometer was kilometers. So when I was going like, 70 in the freeway, it would say like 105. I would freak out my friends so hard in that Saturn. Be like, what? Well, we're going 105. It's fine.
That's a cool story there.
Yeah, right? I missed that car. Also, added a little thing to this flyer here, Dalton. I'm going to go ahead and say it. We've been taking votes, and another one that is overwhelming me one direction is the start time for this league. I don't think there's enough drivers in this league to make the vote go the other way. So we will be starting these races, or we'll be starting qualifying, I should say, at 6 p.m. Eastern. Qualifying will likely remain a 10-minute session, so we can continue to do our drivers meeting there. But this will be a 6 p.m. Qualifying, or I'm sorry, I keep saying 6 p.m. because I'm from California. 9 p.m. Eastern qualifying league. So a little bit earlier than we initially thought, but this is a league for the people. And it was always going to be what the most people could do and what the most people would prefer with their personal lives and what made the most sense to them. And overwhelmingly, it's been 9 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, if it'll get the most people in the doors, or even just available to do this is. Man, do you want to run through who this front line here? Did they not?
Oh, yep. Elric and Tommy Fox did not pit at all, and everybody else took 4.
Wow.
No way this goes badly.
Absolutely no way.
0% chance anything goes wrong here. So as we're going to grid this up, it's going to be leading his first laps. Elric George in the DDIRL, he stayed out on 9-lap older tires. So they're not ancient, Dalton. But we're about to see how much that matters. This late restart from the 40 there. Nonetheless, he gets going. Hillman is going to follow him right through in that inside lane. And we are green here at Michigan.
Helmet looks like slotting up to that outside lane.
Oh, 4 wide.
Wants that clean air as soon as he can get it. Tommy Fox tried.
Oh no!
Oh, there goes Zab and Fox.
Oh, Fox in the air.
Lewis.
Everybody.
Oh, there goes a lot.
Panzarella. Oh
no.
My God.
Just
that bad.
Screamed.
And Delgado leisurely driving through it. He learned. I think we're going back.
Oh,
we're going.
There's a 1X. There's a 1X.
There's a 1X right there. We're going back because I want to see if he learned. Wow. We're about to see some hilarious.
He didn't touch anything. Wow.
And I think he saw everything, though. You ready for this, Dalton?
Let's see this.
This is what you call parting the Red Seas. Oh, boy. Hi, Zach. Jeez. That's just really, really good. Ladies and gentlemen, that's how you get through a rack right there.
Yeah, you just find the clean air. And on the backstretch at Michigan, there is a lot of places to go. You saw Zach Panzarella thought he was free of it. Unfortunately got caught up. It was just a whole chain reaction thing.
Had taken his hands off the wheel because he was like, okay, I made it.
Not much anybody could really do after the initial chain reaction of events happened there.
As you see damage there for that 12 truck. Got tagged pretty solid there on the left side. Maybe a fast repair. And had worked his way all the way back up the top 10, and that's gone. As Alec George actually did a great job maintaining that lead. Didn't work out for Tommy Fox, but did work out for the 40. As he is still in the lead. We'll see if he decides to bring it down this time, if he doesn't want any of that smoke, or if he's going to keep trying it. That'll be interesting to see. But yeah, that was a big one, and man, I want to take a little bit of credit for that one, Dalton. I like to think that we had a little bit to do with that, since we do coach one, and I've drilled in his head. You cannot, and this goes for the entire league, you can't get positions under caution. It's not possible, so there's no reason to drive through it like a bat out of hell. Hit the brakes.
Okay, yes, and I want to say at the same time, like there's almost kind of two, as you see Geyer ducking out
Geyer
hit
bring it
road.
down. It's like Newman as well.
I don't believe he's going to take tires. I think we're very close to. Or wait, maybe no, he is taking tires.
Only 30 to go, 35 to go, so makes sense. Oh, no, that's just fuel.
Nope, that was cool.
Just fuel for Geyer. Looks like Newman, same thing for Ryan Newman. The real Ryan Newman, obviously.
That's false advertising.
Hey, we're going to Daytona next week. We should at least keep up the Mirage for one more week.
For sure. And that will be the premiere series on a Wednesday night. For sure.
Yes, it will.
Starting next week.
Facts right there, Dalton. Facts. And wow, so that was an interesting restart we saw there. And this race, getting closer to the end here. So these alternate pit strategies are going to become more and more simple the more time we run under yellow.
And I don't believe they can make it on fuel unless now do we do I want to like drop this this bomb full and like spoil this was actually a 90 lap race.
Oh, you did spoil it.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like the people who are watching it were there and know. Yeah, this was a 90 lap race. So Geyer's move right there was because of this caution flag. You're only going to need to save maybe a lap, half a lap. I think the tank holds 28 laps of gas, something like that. So
exactly.
If this thing runs green, it's going to be one of the only cars that can make it, as he's ducking back down again to fill up that tank once again.
Might as well, I guess.
So that's kind of where that strategy call comes from. Yeah, I wonder if it's gonna go green till the end.
Yeah, it's gonna. I super wonder if those 5 laps will just appear out of thin air, and we'll have to just run them. It's kind of like Supercross out here. We just assign laps at the end. And now also we have some new characters in this top 15. Juan Delgado, by virtue of not hitting anything on that wreck, all the way up to 13th now. Patrick Cowgill back to 11th. That's crazy. And then Dylan Schmidt doing a great job. He's just been hanging on that top 10 area all day. And then another guy like Bell over there, Scott Bell, over in 9th now. He's been running around that area all day. I think that's maybe the highest he's been all day. But Zach Hillman and recovering up here too. Doing a great job recovering is Hillman. And the guy I'm going to have my eye on obviously here is that 40 of George. How are those older tires going to continue to work for him? As we saw George go very late in the Geico restart zone last time, and he's going to go late again this time. I think waited on the flagman that time, but it definitely worked out for him. Great jump there for the 40.
Yeah, absolutely, and that could just be not wanting to take a chance, not wanting to go early, and going a little late there, or it could be strategic that he's trying to check up the field a little bit. But either way, Kelly on those 4 fresh tires, trying to get around. Oh, we're wrecking again. Oh, Cowgill saved it. Panzarella shooting through. Oh no, another yellow.
Oh no, actually we're not yellow. Sorry, I have to manually do that. We are green. We're gonna stay green. I apologize.
Oh, we're rolling. We're still green. We're live. Wow. Okay.
That's my fault. I have to manually do the caution button, and I fell asleep at the button there, NASCAR style. But yeah, there it is. Jared Kelly gonna take the lead with Alex Hillman in tow.
Or maybe you were too awake at the button. Anyway.
Exactly.
Let's
go with that.
Get 3 what? Yeah. George is still hanging in there though.
He really is. Elric George is doing a fantastic job in that UPS truck with those older tires. You saw Tommy Fox immediately go to the back. I mean, we also talked a lot about momentum. Tommy Fox had none of it there with the way he got put 3 wide going into turn 1. But Elric is doing an exceptional job right now. There goes Steve Kirby looking at the outside there. 3 wide behind them, yeah.
Yeah, all it takes is that one. Oh, the 14 making some big moves.
Yeah,
and it looks like George gets swallowed up there.
It is go time. Oh! Contact into the wall. Bell into the wall there, but they mostly keep it straight. That was Oliveri was involved in that one as well. Bell trying to gather it up.
Panzarella and somebody else splitting them there.
Yeah, the 44 and Panzarella able to split him right there as Kirby looks like having connection issues actually. But wow, that could have been a lot worse, and it just always these corner exits. I think we're about to see it again.
Yeah, and he's saying, "Oh, please, no more 3 wide, please."
Yep. 3 wide right there. That's Elric right there in the middle of it with the 19 of Beckman on the outside. On the inside, the 44 Ybarra. And man, you're starting to see that 40 bleed with those old tires as Panzarella looks to the inside. Oh, wow.
Fighting for room. Oh, is that the 42?
Yeah, that is the 42 of Bell trying to recover from that wall hit. And up front, we got a battle for the lead as well. Hillman and Kelly going for it. With, oh man, Stephen Kirby, he is here.
Kirby is here, but I guess the question is he gonna send it 3 wide, or is that not his style? Is he just gonna see which lane is faster, kind of push the winning horse through, and then take these guys one at a time?
Kobe overall a really patient driver. It's what I'd overall expect to see him do, but you never know. And the vibe of the field right now is you see a massive amount of separation between the two parts of the field right now. At least a second separating the two. I'm assuming just probably from an incident that we didn't catch. Doubt that's on speed. But Kirby, we're going to get to know his driving style more as this goes on. As wow, we know he's aggressive.
Big run.
Great slide.
You know what? Hey, you can have it. Have this crossover.
That was a nice crossover by the 08 of Hillman. He's going to look for the lead here on Jared Kelly. Hillman to the inside, going to try the slide job.
After all that.
Oh, man. Yep. I mean, Alex Hillman, he's been up here for most of it. Oh, man. Close moment there. You can see how hard it is when you use that inside lane to come out of the corner with any sort of momentum.
Man, the top, 12 is still...
Huge gap.
It's really tight here.
Yeah, you can see it right here. This whole group all the way back, and then Dalton Geyer leading the next group. But, man, a massive group here, all racing hard, and also just a crazy amount of separation between the two packs.
Yeah, it's crazy how quick that can happen. So I'm not even really sure what happened to create that separation.
I have no idea. It had to have been something. Can't imagine this group is just that much faster. But these guys, man, it looks like it's the last lap with how hard everyone's going here.
You know what? It might have been a byproduct of that first lap incident there with
Calgill and Delgado
and all of them.
Absolutely, that definitely could have been it. That definitely probably got a lot of people checked up and spooked. As wow, look at Easter Day in the 14 there, so close on the exit of the corner. As Kirby and Hillman are side by side in front of them, right behind Kelly. Oh man, Hillman's gonna try to create space where there isn't any.
They were almost looking at that same piece of real estate underneath Kelly, and luckily cooler heads prevailed there.
Scott Bell back into the wall there. Not going to lose too much momentum. Going to lose a few spots. Going to tag on the end of this group. See Panzarella look very low to the bottom. He's going to try to take these guys 3 wide here. Looking to the inside of Zach Hillman, I believe that is. Oh, that's Beckman. I'm sorry. His teammate Beckman in those identical paint schemes. And there's a 44 Ybarra. Jared Kelly, though, leading this race.
Yeah, looks like things kind of melting out. Oh, was that, as I say, that big bump there from Zach Hillman to that 27.
Yeah, Oliveri. And there's Dylan Schmidt looking to the outside of Zach Hillman. Wow! Rips the top, goes the 92 of Dylan Schmidt. Awesome move by the 92. Man, that 14 of Hillman looks like he lost momentum. It's like Panzarella's going to slot in right in front of him.
Yeah, you got to wonder if he's starting to get loose, just like happened in that first run. So I know he got incredibly loose during that first run. So we'll see if that's happening again here. Is there 3 wide towards the tail end of this thing? Not much room there.
Man, incredibly intense racing as then you see Easter Day poke into the inside of Oliveri and Kirby going to try to get a BOGO special here. Stephen Kirby, I think, will likely be his teammate once the season gets going. And these two side by side racing each other with a lot of respect, but both of them knowing they have a truck capable of winning this race. Zach Panzarella trying to recover from that early incident. Oh, Schmidt's going around!
Oh no, we'll see.
Oh, into Bell and into. Oh, that's the 83. Oh man, a lot of fast cars. Lolis in that one. A lot of fast trucks collected in that, and that will bring out the caution.
Yeah, just nowhere to go there, and that's. I mean, did everything right. Just the wreck followed him down the track, and just nowhere to go.
Yeah, that truly is what happened there. And I kept the music going that whole time. Again, Dalton, we've just been grooving because I can't hear the music, as you know. So I've forgotten to turn it off a few times. So these guys have just been enjoying some music.
How loud? How loud has the music been?
Nah, it's never that loud. I mean, we'll find out. I don't know.
Has this just been like a Days of Thunder?
I'm gonna check real quick.
Type thing with just the music in the background.
There's a chance. Actually, no, it's not that bad. Oh, it's like medium loud. It's like medium loud. You can hear us.
That's how I like my music, medium loud.
Yes, sir. Crank it up to 6. As Jared Kelly continuing to lead this race, but Alex Hillman, that 08 is so fast, and he is so hungry for this win. And if we do get that long run, I felt like he was the best on that first long run.
Yeah, absolutely.
No surprise
really
here.
Yeah,
Oh, Kirby and Easter Day are going to stay out. How about that? A couple other takers, it looks like. Yabara? I'm sorry. Yeah. Is that Yabara? That's the 44.
That might be... Who's the 44?
Oh, it is. He says he's the 34. This is so confusing. And then there's Ryan Newman in 4th, who stayed out. And Edward Peltz in 5th, who stayed out.
You know, we'll never have to be confused about these numbers again. Once this starts, and we can get everybody their actual numbers.
There's the last day.
Around there.
I believe that's the first Lucky Dog in DDIRL history right there.
You know what? It very well might be.
That's a pretty big accomplishment.
Yeah.
Took 3 races and 300 laps for us to do that.
Yeah, because everybody's been.
Ooh.
Lap on.
Hillman jumps
beat him out
Kelly.
the road.
And now he gets to come out of the pits and say, what? I thought that was for the lead.
No, he's got some
He's got company.
some traffic to work through. And hey, look who it is. Look who's going to be leading this race.
Yep, it was only a matter of time, but the 109 of Stephen Kirby in the lead. I mean, you can't say I'm surprised. We're going to have to get used to seeing that Mountain Dew truck in the lead here in the DDIRL, and I think we'll have to get used to that truck running up front as well.
Yeah, definitely. These guys know each other very well. I mean, we know them very well.
We know them very well.
For years at this point. So, yeah, we know what these guys are capable of. We know we'll be seeing a lot of them.
Yeah, Kirby, a PRL Truck Series champion, along with Zach Panzarella and Patrick Calgill, 3 PRL Truck Series champions in this league.
Yeah, this is, and I like, we were seeing some familiar faces through the first, what was it, like 70 or so laps in this race, and it's just kind of cool how the complexion has changed. What is going on here?
What is going on here?
Why are we 3 wide?
13 is confused. Ryan Newman is confused.
We figured out. I think, you know what? Maybe.
Oh,
maybe
no. Wait.
No. Oh,
no. And that has to be an equipment failure, Dalton.
Just like in real life, your engine blows.
Listen to that.
Hose breaks.
Ugh.
Yeah, gosh, that stinks.
That's going to do it for Alex Hillman. That sucks. And yeah, you're right. I've had that happen. You know it all too well, Dalton. I've had my stuff shut down with 5 laps to go and a 20-second lead. And one thing I told myself when it happened was, I guess it isn't. This is a simulator, and I guess that isn't that different from an engine blowing with 22 to go, right?
Yeah, and I'm sure the other thing that you told yourself was never again.
Yeah, I may or may not have went out that day and spent like $100 on a new modem and gold-plated Ethernet cables, and yeah. I'm not going to say anything about if it's happening or not again, because I'm not jinxing anything.
Special kind of heartbreak right there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. A race that you know you won, but you didn't. As we're actually going to extend this caution one lap, I believe, probably because of the Hillman incident there. He was running in 4th. I'm sorry, no, he wasn't. He was running in 6th there, so that's going to move up the outside lane 1 spot each, and that's what we're doing this extra lap here to do to get everyone orderly, because, yeah, we just lost the car, and now we got to figure out the running order. So, Alex Hillman, out of this race, one of the drivers who absolutely was a driver to beat here at Michigan, but he is a full-timer here in the DDIRL. He's going to win some races this year.
Yes, he is, Zach. And where, honestly, kind of a mystery. He's pretty good everywhere. I'm sure he has the road courses circled for sure. He's a big road race guy. But you know, I think he could really get it done anywhere. You know, even the super speedways too. It's a very he's very aggressive on those super speedways.
Yeah.
Loves to run out front. He's definitely going to be a name to watch next week, especially at Daytona.
A very versatile driver. He'll be a lot of fun to watch at Daytona for sure. I can't wait for that. And yeah, you'll be excited to know how the voting's going for the road course, by the way, Dalton. We'll talk about that later. As we're getting ready to go green again, Stephen Kirby going to lead this field to green. He is on old tires along with Easterday, Ybarra, Newman, and Peltz. Off goes the 109 of Stephen Kirby. Behind him, Colton Easterday going to follow him through, likely going to try to slot in behind him. And what we're going to be paying attention to here, Dalton, is how is this going to work for these older tires? About 9 laps older, or yeah, about 10 laps older are these tires for these top 6. How long can they stay up front?
The answer, probably not very long, especially the longer this thing goes on. As those new tires start to warm up.
Ybarra,
But
I think it's Oliveri, I think, will be the first car. Yeah, it is. The 27 of Oliveri right there. The first car. Oh, no!
whoa! Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Turn around.
Oh, here comes the big one you asked for.
41. Oh, boy. Oh, there goes everybody.
Oh, it won't stop.
Oh, wow. Oh, Graham McGivern.
Oh, man.
Pieces of debris
Jeez.
everywhere. That...
You see how high that piece of debris was?
somebody-
It won't stop.
It's still going. It's still going.
Oh.
It's still bouncing. Oh, there it goes again.
What the? I want to see it land. Did it land? There it is. It just landed. Oh, my. It went again. It's like... Oh, that 13.
It's broken.
It still isn't landed, Dalton. I think it went to space that time. It went to space that time. Well, caution again. I'm going to say, like, I'm okay with this right now in terms of, like, this many cautions this late in the race with this many trucks still in the field, still in the lead lap. And the reason I don't mind this at all, Dalton, is because up until this point, we've had a hell of a clean and awesome race, and this makes sense. It's go time.
Yeah, this is when you expect to see the cautions, especially with a field this big. You know, eventually, it's going to happen eventually. And it's a big track. Everybody's trying to plug every hole they can. If there's a hole, there's going to be a car in it. And that's kind of the mentality that you need.
That sounds familiar. As we see a few cars bringing down the pits, Sanchez leading them down. I saw, looked like Ybarra as well. Dalton Geyer bringing it down the pits. Graham McGivern in that monster truck going to bring it down. Ha, that's funny. Fuel only for McGivern, clearly. The 40 UPS. That thing has been shipped every which way this race when he's supposed to be the one doing the shipping. And Zab. Oh, just worse luck for Zab. Thank God it's been exhibitions, because I think Zab is going to be a contender for the championship.
Yeah, he's been really good on the long runs so far, for sure.
Just bad luck.
Definitely. Update. Dalton Geyer update.
Oh, yeah.
6 minutes damage for that car.
Very nice.
For a very, very, very innocuous, very light tap of the wall to avoid the wreck.
Well,
but I don't know if he got a piece of... He might have gotten a piece of whoever slid back up the track to but I'm not sure.
Well, for those who had a sharp eye, this 12 car had a scratch on it earlier from that earlier wreck, and then got that fixed, but still had a scratch on it. And remember we talked about fast repairs earlier, and how you got to remember to uncheck them?
I do. What happened?
See how that 12 looks pretty spotless now. Yeah. So that fast repair is gone.
Well, hey, I mean, I don't think anything bad's gonna happen in this last.
No.
What? 17 laps.
I won't need that. Smoke him if you got him, Dalton.
Some new faces in the. Well, actually,
Some familiar faces, the
Definitely
top
one
10. Edward Peltz doing a good job holding on to that track position, still in 7th place. He is one of the older tire guys, but he is holding tough there in 7th.
I see Jenkins. I think.
Oh yeah, Jenkins
I
in
think I've
38. I haven't
really
seen
seen
Shane
that,
yet.
that name towards the bottom.
Yeah, let's get that 38 screen time and that doctor. We got a lot of beverages out here today, Dalton.
Yeah, we love beverages.
We do. We love beverages. And we got beverages, and then you got something. Well, you got something to. I'm not gonna go into it. We're gonna demonetize ourselves so damn hard.
We got
Jerry Rose.
Jerry Rose. Up in the
Man.
top 10.
Mean Jerry Rose is what they call him. Money.
Just happy with that.
And Jerry Rose has really been showing a lot of improvement. I call races that a league that he is in on Sundays over in the Cup Series for the BRL. And he is just a constant source of improvement. You've already seen him going from kind of a back driver to he's already mid-pack over there, and that field is unbelievably talented. So can't say I'm crazy surprised to see him running in the top 10 here today, but Jerry Rose, the best he's ran all day right now.
Yes, a controversial figure over there. He's making friends and enemies. Great to see him.
Did you know he had the biggest points penalty in BRL history?
I didn't know that, but thank you for bringing that up. Anyway, we're about to go green.
30 points, believe it or not. So Steve Kirby on the inside. He's going to lead us to green again. A little bit of disorganization there in the back. Oh, boy. I don't know what happened there with Tommy Fox. But he gets it going nonetheless. And it's going to be Stephen Kirby with the lead. Great jump there. Jared Kelly looking on the inside of Colton Easterday. This should be relatively easy for Jared Kelly on these fresher tires. Panzarella going to try to take them 3 wide and use that very, very low line.
Yeah, that bottom line you've seen, it's been almost kind of like a, people say it's grip hacks, sometimes. But, yeah, that bottom line very well might as well be. So you can just kind of stick it down there. Kelly looked like he caught the apron a little bit there, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to follow Kirby up the track.
And it looks like Panzarella thinking about taking it 3 wide, but thinks better of it. Oh, no, he doesn't.
Still got to stay down there. That was, looks like Easter Day in the 27 almost.
Oh, and we're under yellow. And, oh, wow, looks like it was Ryan Newman. Yep, already towed it down. And that is going to bring out another caution here at Michigan. And this is going to be complicated for Kirby, right? You have already, or you've kind of made your bed. You didn't pit, but the more laps that we spend under caution, the better it gets for that strategy.
Yeah, it kind of alleviates that, I guess, that gap in, or actually, no, not. Oh, you got the.
I'm just showing it.
It's okay. You almost kind of don't. What you really want is for it to stay green a little bit, because you kind of know that you're on the older tires.
Oh.
You know. Oh, yep. Here we go.
So there we go.
But yeah, I guess the thing is, eventually, you're gonna get passed by those guys.
Right.
But the longer that run goes, where you're on those older tires, means that you then get to flip the script on them and be on much fresher tires with that tire advantage.
Right, and I think also, man, my train of thought just completely left me. Oh, I think it only took 1 lap, maybe a lap and a half, for Jared Kelly and Panzarella to be 2 Kirby's inside. So maybe Kirby's thinking, all right, we're going green with 12 to go probably. I'm going to get past, and I'm going to probably continue to fall through the field. However, if I pit now, I get to flip that advantage they just had on me. I get to flip that.
Exactly. Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. Yes. And Your train of thought still on the tracks. Mine. I think
Try my
mine went off
best.
the cliff.
Try-
Mine went off the cliff at least 2 hours ago.
It's funny.
and we've only been doing this for like an hour.
Right. I almost didn't even, we almost pushed this one back a day. I was feeling pretty under the weather, but something about, man, iRacing cures everything. I just like got in the rig and I was like, you know what? I feel great. I still feel decent right now, but my train of thought is, or my brain, I should say, is not at 100% right now. But yeah, man, what a great time this race has been so far. Unbelievably intense racing, especially up front. And again, I just cannot, I'm gonna harp on this a lot. The field size, I mean, I can say with complete genuineness or genuality, whatever the word is, complete honesty, I've never in my life seen an exhibition race with so many drivers that don't know each other, have never shared the track together. This even of a playing field in terms of skill levels. And on top of that, with these exhibitions that are hosted, these don't affect these guys' I rating or their safety rating. So you oftentimes see people act a fool with those circumstances, and that has not been the case today.
Yeah, definitely. And that's, I think, kind of what I was saying earlier with, you know, there are guys that we've kind of been talking about and kind of going into detail on their kind of their lore.
Mm-hmm.
But like, this isn't, you know, I don't want this to be, it's not like a boys club, you know, it's
No.
I think as we get to know these newer faces that we don't recognize, we'll be able to talk more about them. We'll, you know.
Yeah, we'll memorize your
And,
cars and
you
your
know,
numbers better, and
we'll
we'll
get to know them, and yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm super excited about this season. It's going to be a great time. I felt from Exhibition Race 1, you could feel something special brewing with this league, and to see it all come together for this last exhibition race is truly heartwarming for me, and I'm sure for you, Dalton, as well. This has been something we've been working on for well over a year. To see it come to fruition, to see it like this, is beyond anything I could have ever imagined. But
Yeah, this is.
we got a race to do. Oh, I see the lights on the pace car. Is he going to pull off here?
I don't think so. I think something.
We did extend
happened.
it. Yeah, we extended this one as well.
Something happened further back.
Trying to figure it out. I think it was Alan Michael Bennett may have had an issue, or was it? No, not Scott Bell. I think it was Alan Michael Bennett may have had an issue. So that's going to prolong this caution by one lap, and I think if you're Jared Kelly, you're liking that right now.
Yeah, I also just had a revelation of something that we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it, you know, once this thing, after this thing goes green. But just something happened that occurred to me. But once things develop,
Okay.
you'll
Excited to hear what that is.
It's completely boring, but it's something that I did wrong as an admin.
Oh gosh, can't wait to see it.
That I saw something. I was like, oh, that's why. But yeah,
There's Dylan Schmidt repping that 44 ever windshield decal. We'll go into what 44 ever is going to mean to this league and what it means to Daily Drivers Inc. as the season goes on. Juan Delgado running the best he's ran all exhibition, currently running in 12th place, doing a great job as the rookie. We're getting ready to go green. It's going to be Jared Kelly leading them. Zach Panzarella on his outside behind them, Oliveri and Jenkins. Shane Jenkins, this guy came out of nowhere in that 38. Looking at his pit time, he did the same thing as everybody else, so that is just raw speed. Oh, man!
Oh!
Whoa!
Bump on the back there.
Yeah, the 44, and I believe that was Jerry Rose. Or no, it wasn't Jerry Rose. That was
60,
Kohlerman, yeah.
62, or 64.
Kohlerman, 64, correct, as Jared Kelly is going to lead them to green. Man.
That did a lot to kind of space things out here. Cowgill sliding up in front of his brother.
And you see how much these guys are going for it. 11 laps to go here at Michigan, and you need to get these spaces when they're available to you, especially right here. Cameras on them. You can see Easterday and Kirby. They need to do this quick. Freshest tires, fastest cars in the field right now are going to be those two, the 109 and the 95, and they need to make this quick.
3 wide, 4 wide, everywhere. Chaos imminent.
Insanity everywhere you look right now. Look at that. Look at that wide shot. You can see Schmidt right there about to be in the inside of a 3 wide. Juan Delgado all the way to the bottom. And here we go into 1 and 2, and everyone just looking for clean air. And look at Oliveira.
Oliveira trying to take...
Whoa!
You know.
Oh no, Calgill!
Oh, more chaos.
Oh my goodness. Killed my computer.
Oh, wow.
Patrick Calgill.
Days. Calgill.
Oh,
Calgill
no!
called yesterday's stuff. Oh, that wheel's off the ground.
It is. That car's not going. Oh, he's going to try.
I wonder if he has the I don't know who all has faster pairs left.
I know, because so many of these wrecks have collected half the field. It's hard to tell who has their faster pair. So getting through that was Stephen Kirby, but his teammate not as fortunate. Colton yesterday, and the no good.
Just a shameless kind of thing. Right along, maybe right along with Dalton Geyer on that one.
I want to, but that almost crashed my computer, and I'm scared to go back.
Okay.
We'll throw it on the highlights on the YouTube channel. Don't worry.
Okay.
I'll task Kevin Kyle with that one.
Okay, yeah, that works for me.
Because I am scared, Dalton. That wreck was big, and my computer's like, no, thank you. I'm actually going to check my CPU usage, because that was scary. And that was a big one. I get why my computer was not having it.
Now we got you.
All right. And yes, if we have any technical difficulties, I apologize. I don't think we are. I'm making sure right now that everything is performing the way it should. But I believe we're going to have about 7 to go, I want to say, Dalton, when we go green here.
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing, Zach. I think we're actually going to have... Well, these boys, what they see is 2 to go.
Yeah, so I guess we'll just take the cat all the way out of the bag here. This is about to... these guys right now are looking at an overtime restart. There's 3 of them available in this league.
And actually,
okay, go ahead.
So Dalton Geyer is in the pit right now. What he's doing right now is he's checking something out of the goodness of his heart. He sees that 41 car has a black flag, and he's cleared it.
Wow.
Because he saw in the chat that the 41 was confused because it said to let the 36 by, but the 36 is in front of him. So what had happened was the 41 did not beat the pace car off the pit road. And he was supposed to drop to the back. Instead, drove around and came to the back of the field on the lead lap instead of dropping back behind everyone to be a lap down.
Gotcha, okay.
But Geyer said, YOLO, it's an exhibition race, and he has damage anyway. So
yeah, we're just all here to have fun, right? These exhibition races. I mean,
have to say that will not be afforded to anybody in the actual once the league actually gets going here.
I'll also tell you too, if you were talking to Jared Kelly, or if you hear Jared Kelly right now over the radio, he is all kinds of nervous. You would not know this is an exhibition race. He wants this one bad. And I can tell you, being the winner of the first one, Dalton, that one meant the world to me. I wanted that race so bad. As you could tell by the way I drove Patrick. But yeah,
you can tell. You can hear his teeth chattering in the helmet.
Yes, sir. I wanted to be the first person to win a Daily Drivers Inc. race. Jared Kelly ran into some bad luck Sunday BRL, left in a heap, and he is trying to redeem himself here today in the DDIRL. And Jared Kelly, I should say too, not often in a truck, so very impressive drive from him today.
Okay, people say the truck's easier than the Cup car. Some people say the Cup car is easier than the truck. I feel like they're different. You need a different set of skills for both.
It's a driving style thing. But yeah,
absolutely.
The Cup car to me, it's it's more difficult for me to be really fast in it, but it's not more difficult to drive to me, if that makes sense. Like, I can drive that thing with more confidence and less loose moments than I can a truck, but I can't find the same amount of speed some guys can.
You can't drive one the same way you drive the other.
No, you really can't. You got to kind of just throw away the book and really only apply what you know about oval racing. So this will be our first of 3 possible green white checkers, and this will be the same rules that the league will go by once
this is the legit 2 to go on our 90 lap race.
Oh, my bad. Oh, Kirby back there with Schmidt. Schmidt not getting going. Close moment there with Schmidt and Kirby, but it looks like everyone able to get it rolling there. Panzarella going to block off the inside in front of Olivieri, and I'm already hearing some wrecking, and yeah, there was a wreck back there. Oh, boy, Scott Bell. I believe that, I can't tell if that's Elric George or Newman. Not sure who was involved in that one besides Scott Bell, but we got about 50 feet of green flag racing there.
Yep, and that's that's about what you can expect with 2 to go.
Yep.
As we're gonna re-rack and we're gonna get ready for the next green white checkered.
Yes, we are, and it's gonna be interesting to see what everyone wants to do, what they learn from that limited amount of time we had there. Panzarella and Kelly, I think Panzarella may have learned a little bit there about how Kelly's gonna launch, but also really, I think Olivieri learning a lot as well, watching the 2 and seeing what Panzarella wants to do. That's what you don't like in these late. Oh, as Jared Kelly goes blinky blinky.
Speaking of things you don't like to see.
Wow.
Yeah, well, things that you don't like to not see.
Unless your name is
the
Panzarella.
The other car. Oh, is he?
Nope, just being a jackass. Just being Jared Kelly. There's the showboat, everybody.
We love a good pit road fake.
Oh, we do. That was a good fake. Oh, I just heard an engine blow. God, that was loud. I hate that sound.
That might have been somebody on pit road.
I have nightmares with that sound in it, Dalton.
You know, I'm gonna tell you something. I was watching. I want to embarrass him. I was watching Hunter Hall, who unfortunately barely didn't make it in time for the start of this thing.
Yeah.
Was watching his Coke 600 run that he was streaming, and got to about, I want to say he got to about 50 to go. He was in a really good spot. Probably might have had a shot at the win. Caution comes out, and dropping down through the gears to get ready for his pit stop. Drops one too many, and the engine blows. Money shift. Money shift. All that way into a Coke 600. Just like coming to pit. I was, when I heard that sound, my heart broke for him.
Yeah, I was gonna say. That's so sad. What a recovery from Zach Hillman. Currently running in 6th place.
He was our pole sitter.
Lolas too. Wow.
Has been, yeah. Both. I think most people in this field have been everywhere from 30th to the top 5, top 10 at this point, and that's one of the awesome things with this is just how much of an adventure it's been for everybody today.
For sure. And you know what? I just realized that's Nick Sanchez's paint scheme, isn't it?
You know, I was thinking that for a second.
Danny, are you related to Nick? I gotta know.
As we know, Sanchez definitely not common.
No, very,
Absolutely.
very,
Very
uncommon.
name.
Similar to Johnson, a last name you don't hear very often.
Yeah. And Newman. And
Newman.
Yeah,
And
Ryan and Newman. Very.
I guess Hillman too, right?
You would think.
See Delgado and Dylan Schmidt right there. Behind there, Edward Peltz, full-timer right there. It's Edward Peltz. He'll be in that 7 car this season. Graham McGivern will be racing the 77 here. 33 belonging, I believe, to... Who do we have at the 33 this year? I forget who stole the 33 from him, but it was stolen from him. 44 retired in the DDIRL. That number will never be ran by anybody. So Graham McGivern landing on the 77. Good-looking number.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, and I just noticed the quote that racing is an adventure. So I kind of inadvertently quoted him.
You did? Oh my gosh.
Racing is an adventure, and this race has certainly been an adventure for us all.
Graham McGivern, just right on topic right there. Graham McGivern, one of the coolest guys you'll ever meet if you ever get the chance to hang out with that guy. He is just the sweetest. As we get ready to go green again, 3 to go, Dalton, and it's going to be Jared Kelly leading them to green this time. We'll see if Panzarella learned anything. We'll see what Oliveri can do here as well. Kelly with a good restart, Panzarella as well. Panzarella's going to try to take that inside lane away from Oliveri. Barely able to do it. And you also see Jenkins there. He's going to use that outside behind them. You have the 44 of Ybarra.
Got that very bottom lane.
Oh, man. And yeah, Panzarella going to use that very bottom and try to get to the inside of Kelly. Going to pull even with him. And here we go. Battle for the lead with only 2 to go.
It's chaotic, but not chaotic enough. Well, will we see a yellow? Will we see another green-white checker here?
Panzarella is going to draw equal. And in front of Jared Kelly, this will be the white flag. If we get to the white flag, the next flag will end it. We will not rack it back up. Panzarella is going to lead them. White flag here at Michigan.
This race will be official. They are side by side through this whole pretty much top 10 here. Here we go. Side by side for first and second, third and fourth, fifth and sixth.
Jared Kelly going to put the squeeze on Panzarella. Try not to let him get a run. You see Ybarra. He's going to want to try to do something with that. He's going to likely try to go 3 wide. There it is. There's the move. Panzarella tries to block it. It is late. Panzarella up in the air, and that's going to put the belt for the lead. Can Kelly hold on? Ybarra is going to keep going. And you have Oliveri on the outside looking to make the pass, but Jared Kelly does a brilliant job defending, and the 3rd exhibition race is going to go to the 55 of Jared Kelly. 3 exhibitions in the DDIRL, 3 different winners, and 3 insane finishes.
That was insane.
I have no words. I mean, we can go back through it real quick, and I'll put you.
Wild ride.
Yeah, I'll take you through what was going through my head here. It was it's so often with racing, what you say is damned if you do, damned if you don't. And this was one of those situations. I'll take you guys on the far chase here, and I'll take you through the mind of what I was going through here. So Jared Kelly with an incredible squeeze. This is what you got to do to win these races. Kelly not giving me any exit, so I knew my exit was going to be bad. I knew that 44 was coming, and I knew that 3-wide move was coming right here, Dalton. I should have thrown the block there. I knew it was coming, and I should have thrown the block there, and I didn't, and I waited too long, and I just drove right across his nose. And watch this. Stuck the landing.
Yippee-ki-yay.
Hey, no damage.
I thought you were going to come back up and hit me.
I thought I was going to come back up and kill everybody.
I was like, this is it. This is the end for me. Oh, yeah, we got a photo finish for second there.
We do.
Between that 27 and the 34.
Wow. And I believe Ybarra got it.
Like, identical, yeah.
So is Ybarra, even with that run-in with Panzarella, able to hold on to it? And again, entirely Panzarella's fault, not Ybarra's fault at all. Just drove across his nose. And I think, I'm a little bit mad at myself because that 3-wide move was so obvious. I would have done that 10 times out of 10. It was so obvious to throw that block and just waited too long for it. But yeah,
coulda.
Yeah, exactly. And I
you know what though?
You have to throw the block too because you know if you're 3-wide center, same result.
You see a little
good drifting by Easter Day. Is that Easter Day? Yep. Oh, almost gets murdered.
As is tradition in a lot of leagues, just demolition derby to
at the end. Yeah, whether or not you won. So many burnouts not done because of that, Dalton. Let's take a look. Let me get this off the screen here. We'll take a look at our finishing results. And we'll start from the end. Just kidding. We'll start from the back. All right, let me go up the front here for you guys. My software, dude. I swear, every time there's an iRacing update, S just hits the fan. All right, so the winner today, making up for his misfortunes on Sunday. And, oh, man, if he goes full-time, Dalton, first of all, road course races are going to be a hell of a lot less fun. And secondly, man, this will be a force to be reckoned with. Jared Kelly. And then in second and third and fourth and fifth, first-timers, and I believe guys who have already joined the Discord, already reserved their number, and will be racing full-time this year. And that's Brandon Ybarra, Dave Oliveri, and Zach Hillman. Brilliant drives from all 3 of them. Rounding out our top 5 is Shane Jenkins, another driver new to this league and doing a great job in his debut performance. Last week's winner, Steve Kirby, recovering for a 6th place after that late pit stop, driving back up to there. 7th place belonging to Brandon Lowless. 8th, Colton Easterday, great recovery from him. 9th, Gerald Rose with his first DDIRL race and his first top 10. And Dylan Schmidt, first time in the rig in 6 months, and that was enough to bring him home in 10th place.
Down in 11th, we got Danny Sanchez. 12th, Edward Peltz. 13th, Graham McGivern. 14th, Chris Cowgill recovering. We got 15th, Peyton McCoy. 16th, Juan Delgado. 17th, Jordan Finnegan. And 18th, bring it back. 18th, John Cole Morgan.
Yep, sorry about that. John Cole Morgan bringing it home 18th right there. Don Geyer in 19th. Patrick Cowgill, after all those incidents, still somehow finishes in the lead lap in 20th. 21st, Scott Bell. 22nd, David Beckman. 23rd, Zach Panzarella, last car in the lead lap after that little acrobatic move he did. And then these cars is what an old announcer that I really enjoyed liked to call the used car lot, or the used junk car lot, and that is Elric George, Tommy Fox, Ryan Newman, Michael Bennett, Lewis Hillman, Zab, Powers, Ruby, Hendren, and Hunter Hall. A lot of fast trucks not able to finish this race.
You know what? A lot of trucks not able to start this race too. I think the last 6 or so, but it is what it is. What it is. Yeah. I mean, what were your thoughts on that race, Zach?
Amazing. I mean, I can say with our little happy accident, I was really nervous going into it, knowing that we were going to broadcast this, and just wanted to know. And I knew we put on a show, but I wanted to make sure there was a lot of green flag racing, and I don't think we could have asked for a race that size to have gone better. Like I said, I've been in a million exhibitions, I've been in a million recruitment races that size, and I've never, ever seen one go that well. The past 3 I've been in, we have no exaggeration, ran far more laps under caution than we did green. That was not the case today, not even close. So just really, really proud of what this league did, and I think it, again, just shows what we have brewing here, how special this league's about to be, and it ended up being, excuse me, a blessing, not a curse, that we did that, Dalton, because I think we just out of nowhere found an amazing group of drivers to add to this league who were really, really enthusiastic about the drivers they got to share the track with. And also, one more thing about it, I think, yeah, even without, if we kept this private, we would have had a great field, 25, 26, and it still would have been an amazing, amazing show. So regardless of how big the field is on Wednesday of next week, I'm confident it's going to be very good sized and exceptional racing at Daytona.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? Should I just kind of break down how this regular season is going to work?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, so we got, let's see, those first 10 races up there. You see from Daytona up to Dover. And this is all nonstop, no breaks. 10 race regular season. You get 1 drop race. Then the top 10 in points are going to qualify for that chase. Everyone else is gonna get their own kind of chase below that to keep competing in, depending on their attendance. I believe
70% will be the number. Yeah.
We settled on 7 races. If you make 7 races, you're eligible for either one of those. Let's see. Yeah, stage points at the halfway mark of all these races. Other bonus points added on, and like you said earlier, 2 times bonus points at those crown jewel races. And I think, I'm not sure. It's a whole kind of list of things. Laps led, most laps led. I think the pole we said. Right?
Yep, we will start really hammering home those bonus points next week as they're happening on track. But on the top of my head, it's most laps led. Laps led, a 0x of incidents will get you some bonus points, as well as the pole and obviously the stage. I believe it will be similar to how one of our sister leagues, MRL, runs things. And that will be, the stage points will be based on the running order. So if there's less than 20 drivers, it will likely be the top 7 probably. And if it's more than 20, it'll be the top 10. So that will be likely how we do the stages. No force cautions, so no stage cautions. As you see there, it on this says 1 fast repair. As of right now, I mean, everything can always change, but as of right now, that's going to go away. There will be a fast repair next week at Daytona. There will be another one at Dega August 6th, as you see there. But that will be it. These boys will not have one as of right now available to them beyond that. So that's going to, I think, really, really switch up the racing, knowing that you don't have that and you can't make that first mistake, right? Also, we're going to be giving these guys 4 tire sets. That's about 1 extra set than I think the majority of them are used to. But we've just, I mean, man, Dalton, that was our idea, mostly yours. Actually, entirely yours, I'm not going to lie. And wow, all 3 races have just completely shown us why that was such a good idea. And I'm definitely holding tough on that one. I'm so stoked on that. I think that was a great decision. Loving that. You can see the fuel percentages on the right there. They're going to be different based on the size of the track or the layout of the track. The road courses with the lowest, obviously. And yeah, the crown jewel races are identified on that schedule with the gold background. There's 3 of them. There are none in the chase. So that will be a point or an opportunity to win some extra points. Those races are sometimes longer. They're unique distances. As you can see, the Indy Brickyard is 365 kilometers. So that's 91 laps around the Brickyard that week. And then Dover, 144 laps to honor Sam Pennington. That was his favorite racetrack. So we'll be doing 144 laps with a 44 ever 144. Lots of 4s in that race. And that will be a very special one. And that's how we're going to conclude our regular season. And then, like we talked about, in all transparency, I'll be heading to Italy for my honeymoon with my wonderful wife. And so to keep the race's integrity high in terms of race control and making sure we have all the hands we need to make sure these races can go well, we'll be going exhibitions for 2 weeks. And those will be 30 laps. Dalton will be making the rules.
Just little shootouts, you know.
I'll let you decide if you want to do no damage or how you want to do those, but they're going to be silly. They're going to be fun.
Yeah, just a bunch of chaos at iRacing Super Speedway, Monza Oval. I think we're just going to do like unlimited fast repairs too. Stuff like that. Just wacky stuff just for fun. But yeah, then we get to the chase.
Yeah, let's take a look at that. There is the chase schedule right there. And so, yeah, 6 very different tracks. You're going to have a very balanced set of skills to win this championship if you're one of the guys who makes it. There will be a wild card rule in this league. We'll go more into it at Daytona, so we don't just overload everyone with information right here. And it will become far more important as we get to the regular season and we see how this league shakes out in terms of standings and who's showing up every week and who's putting down consistent runs, because consistency is going to be very important in this league, Dalton. No eliminations in this chase. This is 6 races, no eliminations. But the big thing that isn't listed here, but it kind of makes this league unique, this is not the chase for the cup format that they ran back in the day in real NASCAR exactly like it. And that they would completely balance out the points. I think it would be 1,000, whatever the number was for everybody, no matter what you did during the regular season.
I think actually at some point they did
fix it.
They did have bonus points for like wins.
Okay, cool. So there'll be a separate set of bonus points that you can get. You'll have your in-race bonus points, then you'll have your bonus points that help you in the chase. That will be race wins, stage wins, poles, I believe 0x races. Those will carry over. So if you have an amazing regular season, you will have an advantage going into the chase. So the regular season, extremely important to be consistent, show up, get those wins, and perform.
Now we get to the kind of weird rules. The wild card rule. Okay, so there is no win and you're in system. So if you win a race and you are outside of the top 10, you're not technically in. However, we are going to have kind of a wild card rule where if you do win a race and you show up to at least 7 races and you do end up, let's say you do end up outside the top 10, you're not gonna bump any of those top 10 points. That top 10 points stays where it is. But you have the choice to either take the playoff points that you've earned into the best of the rest tournament, or not tournament, but the best of the rest chase, or you can cash in all those points and you can cash in that win to be added as an 11th driver into the chase for the championship.
Exactly.
So you start at 0.
Exactly. So
you're outside the top 10.
you'll likely be at a deficit to everybody. Probably not that substantial, but yeah, if those playoff points that you earn from that win, or if you got a pole, a stage win, all that goes away. If you choose to race in the actual chase, if you want to do best for the rest, you get to take all that with you. So that will be up to that driver. If that happens, that's going to definitely make certain races very interesting. Road courses and super speedways especially is going to be a lot of these drivers' moment to get themselves a spot in the chase. And once they're in there, anything can happen in these 6 races.
Definitely a lot of 1.5 milers, but that's, I mean,
Those are the best.
those are the best.
And we chose the best ones, I'm not gonna lie.
We got road course. We got the best road course. We got the Glen in there. We got we got New Hampshire, the closest thing to a short track that we want to trust anybody with. And actually, you know what? Because we totally glossed over it. The road course in the regular season.
Yes, we are currently taking votes, so get yourself in the Discord. That's linked on there in the bottom, and that QR code should take you to Discord as well. If not, just leave a comment on this video. We'll get you that link. But there on July 9th, we are currently holding a vote, and you can get the link to participate in that vote between Mid-Ohio, Sonoma, and Chicago Street. And I'll tell you guys right now, Dalton, I told you you're going to be happy. Sonoma is winning by a lot right now. So if that doesn't sound good to you, go get your vote in. Chicago Street was winning earlier today, but Sonoma taking a commanding lead later on tonight.
Wait, are you ribbing me right now?
I'm not at all. I swear to God. I swear to God.
This is my favorite league ever. I love.
Yeah, this literally is like your league. It's incredible because I felt like we were putting that in just to make you happy, and what do you know? Everyone's voting for Sonoma. But I've never raced there. I'm excited. I go there every year. So I would very much welcome that. So yeah, that should be a lot of fun. But at the risk of overwhelming you guys with too much more information, we'll get more into everything else next week. But get signed up because we are kicking things off. And like we said, no win, you're in. So you're going to want to be in as many of these races as possible. Only one drop race available to you guys. So make sure you're showing up when you can. It's going to be 9 p.m. Eastern, Wednesday nights here on the Vortex Racing Network. We'll be broadcasting it, likely rebroadcasting to start the league. We'd love to go live, but in terms of car counts and how many people want to race in this league, which is, more important. Right now, we are limited to the rebroadcast, but we will keep you guys updated with that. But we're going to continue to add on these. The replays or the lack of replays will not be a permanent thing. We are working on a solution for that. We'll have side-by-side replays for you guys very soon. I would say within the next week or two. And I'm really excited to see the growth of this league, the growth of this network that we get to host these races on. Really cool to see it all come together, and just can't thank everyone enough who showed up to this race. Big congratulations to Jared Kelly, Stephen Kirby, and I guess myself for taking home the first 3 exhibition races, kicking this league off the right way as we get ready to kick off an amazing season, Dalton. Any last thoughts before we get out of here today?
I told you. I already told you, man.
Nah.
My thought train went off the cliff 2 hours ago.
As did mine. So let's call it a night here from Michigan. Thank you guys so much for joining us for this 3-race exhibition series. We had an incredible time, and what an awesome way to kick it off. I could not have asked for a better race. Next week, we kick off the regular season, and we will start things over at Daytona for the VRN 200. I want to give a big shout out to our sponsors over at Daily Drivers Inc. Check them out at dailydriversinc.com. Tuner Squad at tunersquad.com. Salmon Amateur Stores, VRN, Chantilly Lace, KK Woodscapes, and everybody else who helps make this league possible. We cannot thank you all enough, and cannot thank you all enough for making this exhibition series more than we ever could have asked for, and such an incredible experience. It just set the tone for what's going to be an unforgettable first debut season of the DDIRL. First of many, Dalton. I cannot wait. Thank you all so much for joining us. We will see you next week at Daytona, one of the most iconic racetracks on the planet. Good night, everybody.